In this chart, maybe I did something crazy. I changed the ascendant from Sagittarius to Capricorn. So this is rectification, the changing of the ascendant in the charts. The ascendant is the first house. I like to call it also calibration. And why it's crazy? Because Richard Zanuck, he was the film producer. He won the Emmy Awards for the Best Picture. He was instrumental in producing the videos or helping supporting Steven Spielberg. And he founded the production company with David Brown in 1972. So we could suspect this nice Mercury in the Lagna, 10th Lord in the Lagna, in the Navamsha chart. So it's all about acting industry. And 7th Lord here would be this Mercury in the Lagna, 7th Lord in the Navamsha, all about marriage. And his first relationship was actress. So on the first glance, which can be often mistake, the Sagittarius makes big sense here. But he was the producer or enabler, we could say. He was enabling the circumstances. So this is like a business. Maybe this Venus and Saturn in 10th house would make more sense. So the time given on the best website in the world, astrological.com, is the 6:15, but only 2 minutes. If we add 2 minutes, then the Navamsha ascendant will change to Capricorn, to the Makara or Nakra. So we know that in Vedic astrology, according to our school, the Navamsha is everything. So we will go through a few interesting yogas. Digbala, directional strand, Kalika, Kapata, and also we'll show how based on the events we can rectify the ascendant in the Navamsha. Events related to marriage, work, and also the death, because we know that time also. So at the end we will give small bonus about the Dashamsa, but should we call maybe this video Navamsha Rectification Part 2, because the first one is, I always have problem here. So for those who are new on the channel or with the astrology, in the Western tradition, we have only one main chart, but in Vedic tradition of astrology we have 16 divisional charts. And each of these are showing the separate area of life, like we have marriage, children, academics, parents, grandparents, grandchildren, education, spirituality, and even the past life chart. Among all of these, some say Rashi, Directional, and Navamsha, some say Rashi, Navamsha, and Shastyamsa. So definitely Navamsha is the one of the most important charts. So we have the Rashi chart, which is showing our manifestation, and the Navamsha, which is showing the root and fruits of what is going in the Rashi chart. So this is like the Prarabdha karma, and it's very important for confirmation what is exactly happening. So before we say anything, we can predict marriage or work or health, we need to go to the Navamsha and double check, is it really that what we think could come in our life. By the way, he has very similar charts to my Guruji V. Larsen, my teacher of Vedic astrology. 10th Lord in the Lagna Sun, Jupiter in 12th, Venus in 2nd, this Parivartana 2nd and 12th, the nodes on the 3rd and 9th, and the yoga of Moon and Saturn, they are conjoined. But in VSTG case it is in the 11th, here in the 4th house, with the Digbala, directional strand of the moon. So what is this Kalika yoga? This comes from one of my favorite texts, Jataka Parijata. This is, we know that Moon and Saturn, this is bringing Pravraja yoga, which is renunciation. This is one vote for more spirituality. This usually can manifest someone is interested in inner life, maybe introvert, definitely some kind of philosophical person. Of course, without this spiritual blend in the chart and without this sattvic additional support, this Moon and Saturn can make one go into also negative aspects of life, which sometimes can end up also with using intoxicants. So Moon and Saturn need to have this sattvic additional blessings in the chart to convert this dissatisfaction with material life and go for some questions, go for some spiritual life. So in that Jataka Parijata, we get to know that if that Moon and Saturn, this combination, this Pravraja yoga, because Moon is our mind. Saturn is kind of disappointment, we could say, with either society or generally whatever is joining Moon is like a filter we have in our mind. If that is in 10th, 11th, 3rd or 4th, then this is making person or Kalika yoga. And Kalika is giving the blessings of writing. So also in this case, we know that this person will be very prophilic author or will create or help such people. So I know few of my friends has this Scorpio Lagna, Moon in 4th with Saturn. And all they are very philosophical and definitely interested in some form of journaling, writing, or at least producing, creating something. Moon in 4th is also making person very strong because it brings that blessings of Hanuman, of Vayu Tattva. So this is Digbala. Dig means direction, Bala means strength. So in certain houses, certain planets, they attain that directional strength. And for the 4th house, these are watery planets. So we know that Moon and Venus are watery planets, Sun, Mars, Ketu are fiery, Jupiter is Akashic, Mercury is Prithvi or is the earth, and Saturn is the Vayu, which is air. So the air is in 7th, Jupiter and Mercury in 1st, Sun, Mars, Ketu in the 10th house. They have directional strength. And this is giving the blessings of intelligence when this directional strength is counted from ascendant. So someone will say, come on, 7th Lord in Lagna Mercury, first spouse, actress. Mercury aspecting the 10th house and 10th Lord in the Lagna, money from this producing movies, right? The good thing is that we have more events here and also we have the death. And death can be and is very good way to rectify this chart, Navamsha chart. Usually the timing would be connected to the 12th house. And at the time of his demise, one Rasi Dasha was showing Virgo, another Sagittarius. The Virgo Lord Mercury is also in Sagittarius. So now how to explain this with Sagittarius Lagna? Very hard to explain. We need to move it to Capricorn and then this Mercury would be in 12, exactly explaining the situation. If you like this video so far, please don't forget to click the like button. We are here fighting with this algorithm to make it more visible on this platform. Subscribe if you'd like to get notification about similar videos in the future. And now let's go back to this analysis. So what is the difference between good and the bad rectification? In the bad type of rectification, we may be swayed by one good-looking thing which can grab our total attention and focus, and by impulse we can decide for some ascendant. Like here, right, it would be about actress, but what about the thing that his second wife was also an actress? Then we don't have this Mercury connected to second house, so there must be more to it. So it is like the last item of the puzzle. All the edges have to fit with all other ones. Let's see for another indication. We know that his second and third marriage were happening in both Rahu Dasha. First it was Mercury Rahu, then it was Ketu Rahu. So in Navamsha, this is also something which is only in Vedic astrology, that we can count the marriages. The first marriage is 7th house, second is 2nd house, and the third is 9th house in the Navamsha. And if we use the Vimshotri Dasha, then the timing will also be related to these particular houses. So if he married in Rahu Antardasha in both of the time of in second and third marriage, then we have to set the Navamsha ascendant in such a way that second sign and the 9th house, second and 9th houses, they have to be connected to Rahu. And for Capricorn, second house would be Aquarius and 9th house would be Virgo. Guess what? These are the two only signs which are lorded by Rahu. Aquarius and Virgo are lorded by Rahu. And according to Wikipedia, from what I understood, his second wife was entangled with 65-year Christian guru who even demanded some money from Zanuck. So we will see that second house must also have some not the best yogas. So we see that Aquarius, because for Capricorn, Aquarius will have two lords. One will be Saturn, the other would be Rahu. Saturn in 10th house with Ketu, not the best one. And of course Saturn is exalted, so the same planet is giving many events here, right? We were saying that the Saturn Venus in 10th house is also why he is producer, the enabler, right? He's bringing the resources like a businessman. And the other yoga of Rahu, right? Aquarius has the another lord, Rahu. And he married in Rahu, so that Rahu will say the story of this marriage. And Jupiter and Rahu in the 4th house. This is normally martyr yoga. Good that he was not martyred, but maybe emotionally, because this is the Kapata yoga, right? This is feeling of being cheated. If you have malefics in 4th, Kapata yoga, you will be cheated in. It could be in any area, but because this is in chart of marriage, Navamsha, we can expect this could be related to relationships. And someone can say, Rafał, the first movie in Mercury, another argument for Sagittarius. Oh my God, so our whole building is now collapsing. The point is that his real big shot was the movie The Sting, and it was not in Mercury. As you can guess, it was already in Mercury-Saturn. So that was the big thing. And Saturn would be in the 10th house. So what was bringing the attention, the big money, Mercury or Saturn? His debut was definitely in Mercury, but his real big work, which Navamsha is showing, was in Saturn Dasha. So therefore the Saturn is more fitting in the 10th house. So this is a nice example that you need to be careful when rectifying the Navamsha. Don't be so quickly trapped by what looks good on the first glance. You need to see a bit more events. You need to be more doubtful, a little bit more self-skepticism, especially if you are very quickly and impulsive in your Navamsha rectification. So in the Rashi chart, we have 10th Lord in Lagna, which is the Simhasana yoga. This is bringing someone who is expert in the field, and it's somehow also sitting in the throne. I was also saying about the Navamsha, to say a little bit about the Navamsha. And 10th Lord from Rasi chart, this is important point to check. And this is in 4th house. So normally this is 0 Digbala, and this is making one looking for direction, maybe confused. But the Sun is very nice with the Jupiter and exalted. So this is still giving him success. And of course, like we can suspect for Hollywood people, we have Mercury and Venus in the Lagna. So this is showing working in entertainment. The Mercury would be 6th Lord and Venus is 10th Lord. So 10th Lord in the Lagna, he is again important member of board. Do we have any business combination? Saturn is in the 2nd house in its own sign. Okay guys, so that's gonna be it from me. I hope it added a little bit something to your Vedic astrology knowledge. If you have found this entertaining or informative, please don't forget to click that like button. You are helping me with this algorithm to make this video more visible on this platform. If you'd like to have your chart analyzed, then let me know. We can go through your Rasi, Navamsha, Dashamsa, like in this chart. We can go through Dashas and predict what can happen in matters of health, relationship and career life. And of course, providing the main remedy, the positive one and the one who is blocking the negative. So just hit me up in the email below and we can schedule a 90 minutes consultation for you. And of course, thanks for watching to the end and being here with me on this channel, and see you in the next one.